attitude that you bring into a start. You don't ever want to change the way that you pitch based on the situation. You just want to pitch to your strengths and do what you do well, and that's kind of what I brought to this as well, is that I think that I tried to work to my strengths instead of trying to go with outside of myself and do something that I'm not capable of.
Chris Harris with Channel 4. Julian, obviously going into the series, you knew that you were going to hit 3 home runs and a bunch of double. What was the feeling like just when you kind of got in the groove?
Man, it's really not very different. The difference is the outcomes, and the preparation's the same. Everything's the same. The way you hang out with your teammates is the same. The things you do outside of the field is the same. So, really it's just the outcomes at the end of the day. I can't really say anything felt different going into it, but it did feel good for these guys and being with these guys doing it.
Joe, to your left.
Following up on that, Mason and Ty, after the game, you guys all sort of crowded around Julian, pushed him out to take a bow. What was that moment like, and what is the feeling like in this clubhouse for Julian?
He's the best teammate I think I've ever had, and he's gone through some ups and downs, but he doesn't change. He comes into the clubhouse the same way every single day, and you're just so happy to see a guy like that get success in a really big stage. And he just really deserves it, and he would do the same for anyone else. So he deserved it. Really happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no one more deserving of that tournament MVP this weekend, I don't think. Julian's just so consistent on and off the field. He cares about everyone on this team and makes everyone feel important. This was just bound to happen at some point just because he's so consistent that it was possible for him to do this at any point. Super happy for him.
Mason, you struggled a little bit early with your control and command. What was the difference to when it started clicking for you?
I was just making adjustments, taking different spots to start things off of, getting more comfortable out there. It was just small adjustments throughout the game that allowed to find the zone a little bit more and getting in a rhythm, good pace, that sort of thing.
Julian, when you go through the slump last year, some people would question is you're ever going to have an impact like you did this weekend. How do you keep doubt from creeping in that something like this would happen?
To me, honestly, it's a lot of prayer for me. Trusting in God is really the biggest thing for me. It's easy when you have such great teammates and you got a great coach that's always motivating you, who knows who you are, and you got to know who you are. And it's great being around these guys. The atmosphere never changes, and you got to trust in yourself no matter where you're going through, no matter the situation. It's easy being around these guys every day.
Julian, as the #1 seed in this region, the host team, all that, how important to have the lead as often as you did throughout this weekend and sort of make the other teams try to catch you?
Yeah, it's always great being in the lead, but again, we're taking it frame by frame, and we just want to compete every single pitch. And again, it's inning by inning. It's not worrying about, it's forgetting that last frame if we are up and still playing the game of baseball, because it could easily switch around. And we've seen that momentum shift, so it's understanding that every single inning we have to compete regardless of the score.
More questions of the student athletes? Zach?
Todd, for you, just to have the momentum of the SEC tournament last week, and then obviously continuing that momentum after this, just how big is it to be coming back home again, super regional, and just the way you guys are playing right now in terms of momentum overall?
It's great, but at the same time, it was a week in between. It was five full days in between the SEC tournament and when we started this regional. So I think it just goes back to our training and what we do like in between that time, just making sure we're utilizing that time to get better and things like that. And it was nice, winning the tournament and taking that momentum into it. But I think really it was just trying to become centered again and just play our game.
One more question up front.
Maurice Patton with the Daily Herald. Ty talked to you last week about Zach. Did you see anything different out of him tonight? He became in the final 2 games.
Oh no, he's just the same as he's been. We were up, 9-1 or 10-1 at the time, and the scoreboard doesn't dictate how he pitches. He just attacks, and he was just really pitching his tail off, and that's what we see out of Zach. He's just stone cold. Doesn't waver, doesn't let external factors affect his attitude or his performance. He's just consistent day in and day out.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Moving forward.